Boom! Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and berries. Who are you? Where do you live? That's what I want to know. Where are you tuning in from? Go ahead and comment below. Let me know where you're popping in from. I'm in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and I've got my friend Steve Hart. He's down in Florida where it's nice and warm. We're still a little chilly up here, but the snow is gone and it's sunny outside today. So there's your Monday weather report from MagicBrad here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Let's go find Steven. Where is he? Hey.
Yes, it's nice and sunny and turning warm today here in Florida. Yeah.
Well, it gets hot. It's real muggy down there is what they tell me. But
no. Well, see, I live by the ocean. We have the ocean breeze.
Oh, yeah, kind of.
If you live in state, it is muggy, very muggy. So, yeah, living by the ocean is important.
Does it get cold there? Do you get like an ocean breeze like they do in California?
A little bit. This year was more than years past. I've been here 22 years now. Remember, I'm from Indiana, so I know what cold is. And that's why part of the reason I moved here, because I do not like cold weather. But anyway, no, I love it here. And I encourage everybody to come on down to Florida because we get all kinds of room. You know, they do. I mean, and people, I heard the other day that 1,500 people every day move to Florida.
Well, I know a lot of people from New York. They go to Florida, and then rather than going back to New York, they stop in Asheville, North Carolina, and they plant themselves there for a while, and then they decide whether they're going to go. And they go to Florida a lot. That's the place.
I have a friend who just moved from here to Asheville, North Carolina. So, actually, two friends just recently. So, yeah,
I was there.
Here's to Asheville. Yeah.
It's a nice little town. I used to hang out. A buddy of mine that was in, I can't remember the name of the city, but he was a busker on the corner. He would sit there and do card tricks all day long.
Awesome.
Just sitting on the street corner. Speaking of magic, you were gigging this weekend.
Yes, I was, and I had a blast. It was a school carnival, and here's something I learned. I'll pass this on to my fellow magicians. They asked me to do 3 shows within a 4-hour time. And they said, we want each show to be different. And the idea was to be different because they're going to have the same audience.
Sure.
Well, they had over 1,000 people. They had about 1,000 people. It was huge. It wasn't a small school carnival. And none of my audiences were the same audience. They, because I asked, how many here for the last show? And nobody raised their hand. So I could have just done the same show 3 times instead of taking all the extra stuff with me, and I charged them more for that, you know.
Sure.
So I told them next year we'll spread this out a little bit more, and we'll rebudget the show. Now I want to tell you something I got to do though. I brought back an old trick that I've been doing years ago, and it's out of Tarbell. If those are magicians who know about Tarbell. But it is a trick where you pop popcorn in a hat.
I saw that.
Yeah, and the picture I put on Facebook. You know, and I want to tell you about that. First thing, the device I use to put the popcorn secretly put the popcorn in the hat is something I made, and I explain how to make it on my Magic blog. And if people want to go to my magictomotivate.com page. They can sign up there, and you'll get access to my Magic blog, which I reveal a lot of secrets and I give away a lot of ideas. On the blog, I explain how to make this device. I call it a hat loader. Yeah, that's my website. Go there and sign up for the email. And then the cool thing about it is once the popcorn is in the hat, I have the kid hold a flashlight underneath the hat, and it's a felt derby hat is what it is. So I put kernels in there, and then I secretly drop in the popcorn, which he doesn't see. He's holding the flashlight underneath of it. I tell him that's going to be like a microwave. I flick the hat from behind, and the popcorn comes popping out, and the kids go nuts. Oh, it's popping, it's popping. I just think that is so magical and so simple to do. And then the kid, you know, I say, here, you want some? You know, and he's cheating, and I'm here, you know. Let me tell you, it's an old trick I brought back. I love doing it. It's a little bit messy, but, you know, it's fun.
Well, the mice will eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw your video post of that, and it's interesting how some of the most simple effects get great results. You know,
Oh yeah.
like you've got your other thing too. I always like to show off a little bit is your dollar
Yeah,
store
those are
magic.
magic tricks. Yes, right. I
So
was just demonstrating my bounce, no bounce balls to my buddies yesterday, my magician friends. Well, the one guy had never seen them set. He'd never seen them. Yeah, and they've been around, I don't know, 30, 40 years. Been around longer than that. I've been aware of them for 30, 40 years.
I dug mine out when I saw yours out there. 'Cause I got 2 sets, and
Yeah,
I think it's a great
yeah,
routine if routined right. Another very simple thing with big impact.
yeah,
I even wonder if I should start doing it stand up because it is so small and you can still see the balls and everything
yeah.
happening.
Well, the new balls I got are a little bit smaller. I had to get a reorder, and they didn't have the big ones, and so I'm only got a few left of the big ones. So, if you want them, you gotta let me know now. But April Fool's Day is coming up, this
That's
week,
right.
and so I also made mention about my snake eggs, that little
That's fun.
envelope. And let me tell you, when I was a kid, my aunt mailed that to me in the mail, and I opened that up, and they went, "Brrr," and it scared the crap out of me, and I thought that was so cool. I don't remember how old I was. I must have been at least 12, something like that. And so I always fell in love with that. So what I did was on my website on the DollarStoreMagicTricks.com, if you buy a trick on there, I give you access to a video library that has additional tricks that you can do with the tricks you buy.
Mhm.
And on there, I explain how to use the snake eggs in another form of magic, and actually two forms of magic ideas. So, and I made a video. There's a video on there for you to watch. So buy something from me, and you get access to all
I
these
saw
videos.
you
I
had
got a
some
bunch
other
of
stuff that was pretty cool as these butterflies that fly out of
yep,
magazines and stuff.
yep,
That,
yep.
that looks like
I sell those separately, and I sell them also with a trick. Yeah,
that was pretty cool. I'd never seen those before.
yeah. Well, when I was a kid, I remember seeing them. Adams used to make those. They actually had the patent on those many years ago, and they let it go. And then all of a sudden, this company in Europe picked it up. Now the quality is much nicer. The ones in Europe. Now, since then, the people who bought Adams have gone back and making the butterfly, but they're using a plastic frame. And when they wind it up, it breaks sometimes, not all the time.
I
But
see.
the one I sell is a wire frame; it doesn't break.
Well, you don't
So
want
yeah,
it
you're
breaking.
right.
You don't want it breaking.
It's a cool bit. You wind it up and put it in a book or a greeting card. You know what I do is I put it in a CD case. So you can see the butterfly in the case.
Oh,
And then I tell everybody during my show, I collect butterflies. I said, this is it. I open it up and it flies out. And I go, oh, I'm freaking out.
I can't guarantee this, but you might want to talk with our magic marketing tool people with Mailbox Power. You might want to talk with them. They might be interested in carrying that
That's true.
that
It is.
thing.
Yeah, that's
We had a
great
guy
idea.
that had some coffee that he was doing, and they started carrying it. I don't know if they still carry it, but they've got things like that. They've got this candle. You light it, and this thing opens up, and
Oh, is that in there?
yeah,
I haven't been able to look at all that. It's huge. What they offer.
yeah, all the little.
I did finally eat my last brownie though that you sent me through Mailbox Power. Yeah.
You got to do it.
So your MagicMarketingTool.com is where you take people to introduce them to the concept, right?
Correct.
Okay.
The old digital marketing thing. For those that don't know what it is, it's called Mailbox Power, and it's a platform to be able to mail out postcards, greeting cards, and gifts. And the reason I'm so excited about it is because it takes things from that digital world of stuff that is like a second for a click into a postcard that has much more longevity, or a physical, like a friend of mine sent me this coffee mug I used to call this show Synergy Cafe. I still got the domain name, but he sent me that, and he sent me these coasters so I don't wreck my desk.
Yeah, but what's got me excited about that, Brad, is the postcards have that QR code on there.
Well, you can print anything on it.
Yeah, but the QR code is like an instant connection from that postcard to your video or to your website.
Exactly.
That is what I want people to do, because I know if I can get them to watch my video, I have a 90% chance of them hiring me.
Yep. And the stickiness with the QR code, because the postcard is still there. Whereas if they just saw something on the internet, you get lost on the internet.
If I send an
But
email,
if they got
or
the postcard and they're keeping it.
right.
Anything digital like that, it's short-lived. And QR codes are becoming more and more popular for things like that. I mean, the Academy Awards, people had stuff like that out there. And the grocery store by me here is called Hy-Vee. They've got a QR code. They got them going down every aisle. They got the big QR codes. You can just take your phone and take a picture of it.
Well, I'll be honest with you. Until you introduced me to Mailbox Power and the idea of using QR codes, I was not familiar with it. I didn't even know that my phone would read them, and it does. They're automatically set up. And
well, you're kind of a recluse too, so that.
What?
I said you're kind of a recluse.
I'm old. I'm 68. I'm old school.
But a lot of people used to have to download an app on their phone, but nowadays it just goes, your camera phone just picks it up, and people are familiar with the QR code because the restaurants, because of the pandemic, they're doing the digital menus, so people are savvy to them now. So
yeah,
it's definitely a good way of getting people to, like you said, directly to your video.
Yeah.
And then again, the longevity, if they watched it and they go, oh, what the heck was that guy's name again? They can go back to the card, watch the video again. What do you think? Should we hire this guy?
Well, here's something you might find interesting. Just the other day, I had a picture of my postcard on my phone. I didn't have my postcard with me, but I had a picture of it. Mm-hmm. And I had my friend, I said, here, use your phone and see if you can read the QR code off this photograph. And sure enough, it picked it up and went straight to my video on his phone. Amazing.
Yep. I think it's a great thing for even people like doing restaurant magic or something. Go around all the tables and say, I'm a magician. If you want to see some of my stuff, just scan this code and I'll be over to your table. Just wave me down. And
wow.
QR codes are great. They're very acceptable. This is a little off topic, but I heard a Chinese company that did a bunch of drones in the sky, and it was in the shape.
Yes, I saw that.
Can you imagine the coverage?
That is unbelievable that they could do that. Unbelievable.
Yeah, technology. Well, mister, I think we've gone.
Oh, my. No, we haven't.
Only 12 minutes.
Yeah, we still got some time.
Time wasn't flying. You're having so much fun. So I did a show this weekend, Saturday night. There was a college here in Minneapolis, Augsburg College. It was a thing for the alum. And it was actually a lot of fun. The music was a little overbearing. I couldn't talk, so everything had to be real visual. I did my little finger ring trick, glide, and my big coin thing. The finger ring thing, this thing here. That one.
Whoa! No, I don't know how you did that.
Well, it keeps you wondering. I'll tell you later. We can't tell.
A little thimble work, maybe. Yeah.
You can't expose the secret on the public internet.
That's true. No, you don't want to do that. But that's impressive. Do it again.
Oh, you're not supposed to repeat them.
Oh, you're not. Yeah, but I didn't even. It happened so fast.
Here we go. Ready, set.
Oh, that's great. No wonder they loved you last night.
Well, you got to do the visual stuff because I could not talk.
Yeah, you couldn't talk. Yeah, I've been in that situation.
I did my big coin routine.
Mm-hmm. Wow. I got hired once to work in a nightclub, and not only was the music too loud, but it was dark.
Oh.
And I carried around a flashlight with me.
I used to do that.
And would use the flashlight like I would like a magic wand. Those magicians know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The flashlight was perfect for me, and people were just totally amazed. And sometimes I'd have them hold the flashlight. Sometimes I would hold it. And it really worked out, but it was a tough gig because I think I started like at 11 o'clock at night and didn't get done till 1 in the morning.
Ooh.
Yeah. But
yeah,
that's what they wanted. They paid me.
I had a 6 to 8 thing like that at a nightclub. Same kind of thing. It was dark, but people would come in early at 6 o'clock. And they would let me do stuff until 8, and then all of a sudden the craziness started happening. These days, people don't go out until 11 for crying out loud.
Yeah.
But back in my day when I was a kid,
Right.
and I used to have a little portable flashlight that would stand up that had a little goosenecky thing on it. And I would
Yeah.
set it up and
Really?
yeah, because it
Wow.
was too dark, too dark to see the cards and stuff. And it's kind of like
That's great.
yeah,
Well, down
magic
down
loses
here in
that.
Florida, the things don't start happening until maybe 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon because seniors are going to bed by 8:30 or 9.
Mhm. Well, this was a back in the disco times,
I
a
know.
disco dance club,
I'm
and
I'm sort of joking.
all the all the younger generation kind of getting warmed up before the hot stuff starts happening. That was good. There was another club up here called Mississippi Live. It was an offshoot of Dallas Alley in Texas. There were 15 bars in one complex.
Wow.
Mississippi Live, and I used to work Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 5 shows a night. The place was
Wow.
a zoo.
Wow, I guess so.
But you definitely cut your teeth. Have you ever done any long run like that?
Not quite like that. I mean, working the Magic Castle, you did 2 shows a night, sometimes 3, for 7 days.
Okay.
It got to you. You could feel it. I could feel it. I wasn't used to.
But you definitely get your routine down.
Oh yeah, no. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, in the early years when I worked as an atmosphere entertainer at a festival marketplace, I would do sometimes 5 shows a day, and yeah, I forgot about that. That's where I really got good. For 3 years, I did that, and it was in the early '80s. So
As far as booking the stuff, some lay people don't believe that. Are you really full time at this? Don't you have a real job and all that kind of thing? And for those magicians out there that are thinking about going full time, it is very possible to be a full time entertainer. It's
oh
if you
yes,
just understand how to do the marketing using like the Magic Marketing Tool, Postcard Power,
and there is work out there. People are searching for something, and
there's
Magic
so
offers something.
many different types of gigs to be doing.
Yes, right.
Remember, I did a thing with I think it was Doug Anderson. You know Doug Anderson.
I know Doug. Yeah.
He used to live in Winter Haven, Florida, I think it was.
Yeah.
And he booked me for a 6-hour strolling thing, no breaks. All you did was go back to replenish or reset. And you went back to work. 6 hours. And it was pretty interesting because walking around with your hands up instead of down, the next day my biceps were sore from carrying a deck of cards. And yeah, but it was a very fun gig. It was like a hospitality room that was packed, and to find a new audience, all you do is pivot. You got a whole new audience. Just pivot again, a new audience.
Today I couldn't do that. That'd be too much for me.
I'm in agreement. My gig last Saturday was 1 hour.
Yeah, I'll give that to the younger guys.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I love magic. I'm having a blast still performing today. And the opportunities I get, but I'm kind of pick and choosy now a lot more, and I don't let the money control me. I sometimes turn down gigs. And so anyway, but there is work out there, and you're right. And people can't imagine how much money you can make when you treat your magic as a business. So.
Well, yeah, and with the internet these days, the ability to scale things and actually profit, not from selling magic tricks. Like what you've got, you're not trying to be a magic store. You're just taking very affordable magic effects
right.
But trying to be an online magic store, thinking you're going to be a millionaire.
No, that's not going to work. No.
But there are ways of automating things and leveraging things, even stuff like what we're doing with this, the mailbox thing.
Yes.
I'm making some money off that because I'm using it.
Right.
I shared it with you.
That's
a method called affiliate marketing. If anybody wants to know about it, contact Stephen Hart.
Right. Yeah. The whole concept is to have multiple streams of income, and you don't depend on just one thing. And what happens is you tie them together so you're not scattered, and you keep focused on your magic and say, what else can I do to make some money?
And just understanding how to, you don't want to compete with other people by lowering your price. That's a road to death. Michael Lamar's negotiating higher performance fees.
Oh yes. Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of books out there. Joel Bauer's Hustle Hustle. That was the one that I used.
Oh yeah,
that was a good,
that was awesome years ago.
There's definitely some good.
Still good.
Okay, we're at 20 minutes now, buddy. I'm going
now time is.
Then I want to stick around. I want to talk to you about how to make money, because those are some secrets that we'll share with other people some other day. There he was, the guy that's been there, done that. That guy's older than me, believe it or not. He looks pretty good, but so do I. Okay, kids, if you want to know more, you know how to find us. Just Google MagicBrad. You'll find me and Stephen Hart. So that's all I got to say. Peace, love, and happiness. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be good. Be kind. Be nice.